Everyone, welcome back to another session of Flow Builder. So in the previous session, we talked about what a flow builder is and what are the type of flows that are available in Salesforce. So here we are going to take an example of screen flow, and we'll be basically creating the screen flow, and we'll also try to debug the screen flow so that you will have a much better understanding of how a screen flow works. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an opportunity, okay, using the flow, and then we will go ahead and debug the flow. Okay, so let me move ahead to my Salesforce org. So before I actually navigate to the flow builder, I would want to go ahead and check what are the required fields that we actually need while creating the opportunity. So if I click on new here you can see close date is a required field. It's a standard field which is required from the database level. So close date, and similarly opportunity name and stage. So basically these are the three values that we would need in order to create the opportunity. There is nothing else which is required. Okay, so let's just go ahead and create a flow. So from setup, you have to click on setup. And here when you type flow, right, you will get the screen I was previously on to. And here you need to click on new flow. And we are going to create the screen flow, right? So I'm going to select the screen flow and click on create. So now here, first of all, let me just change it, otherwise because I'm not able to see the other options. So here it is, okay? So what and all do I want to do? I want to create a screen and I want to provide only the required fields in order to create the opportunity. I'm not going to include any other fields, okay? So I'm going to provide the opportunity name, stage, and close date. So these three things, and I want to create a screen, like, as a user guided flow using which user will understand that he needs to provide opportunity name, close date, and stage in order to create the opportunity, okay? So I will be dividing that user guided flow into two screens. So the first screen that I'm going to create is I'm going to only provide opportunity name and close date. And then I would be creating the second screen where I would be providing the stage name. Okay. And then in the third part of the flow, I will be using this particular data set. Okay. Create record, so that my opportunity record will be created. So let's just first go ahead and drag a screen over here. Okay. And let's just name it as screen details 1. Okay, so this is my screen configuration. Okay, so here I'm just providing the screen label name, API name will auto populate, and if you want to provide any description you can. And then we have other options over here. So I'm not going to fill in all these things, but if you want, for example, you can provide a help text and things like that, right? So in basically you can configure this screen in all the ways that are, like, the options are given over here. About pause button, pause confirmation message, these and all will be talking about when we actually, like, do a demonstration on these. All right, so for now only I'm going to only provide screen label and the API name got auto populated. Okay, and in the first screen, what do I want to put? I want to put the opportunity name and the close date, right? So opportunity name will be nothing but a text field, right? So let me find a text here. So text, and I will just drag and drop it here. And let's just give it a name of opportunity name. Okay, and I want to make it as required. Okay, so this is opportunity name, and again I'm not filling in any other value. If you want, you can, but there are many other options. For example, you can put a validation over here. Also, I believe you can put, yes, you can also put a help text over here, right? So these and all are the configuration that you can do. But let's just move ahead, and for close date, the data type would be date, right? So here I'm just going to put it as close date, and this is also required. Okay, so on this screen I only want to put these two fields, opportunity name and close date. Okay, and I'll just click on done. Okay, now the second screen, right? In the second screen I want to provide the stage name. Okay, so one thing before we go there, if you actually go to opportunity, right, and here if I search for the stage name, stage name, right? So it's a pick list value, right? And this pick list value has multiple options available over here. So I don't want to feed these options in my flow manually, right? Rather than, what I want to do is I want to fetch these pick list options in my available resources of the flow, so that I can, the moment I create the field for stage, these values should be populating, right? So let me just go ahead and here drag a screen, the second screen where I want to put the stage name. Again, right here, I don't want to create like a I don't want to fill in the values manually. Okay. So I would be needing a resource that actually fetches the data from opportunity stage value. Okay. So first I would have to create a resource so that I can use that resource over here. All right. So before going to screen 2, let's just go ahead and create a resource. So here I want to search for the picklist choice set. Okay. So picklist choice set here, let me give it as stage name. Okay. So it will take the API. So let me give it something like this. And object is opportunity. Okay. And then data type is picklist and field is stage name, right? Because on opportunity object, the API name of the stage is stage name, right? So I would be selecting this. And here, basically, if you want to sort or like, provide any kind of sorting, you can, but I'm not doing it right away. So let's just, so here you can see these are the components that I have available. The screen components I have one component, right, wherein I have provided closed date and opportunity name, and then I have one resource available under picklist choices, which is nothing but stage name. Now let's go back to the elements and drag another screen. So screen details 2. All right. And then I will drag this option of picklist here. The moment I have this, okay, here it will show me. So first of all, let me just put the stage name opportunity, right? And this is the API name that will come. I can just remove the underscore, right? And again, this is also required. Data type is text. That is fine. Okay. And here configure choice sets, no components. So here it is basically, if you want to provide it manually, like, you want to fill in the values, you can do that. But I want to use the resource that I've actually created to fetch the picklist choice stage picklist choice values from the object, right? So here I'll click on this, and here you can see the resource that I've created, right? Stage name. So I'll just select this one, and I'm not providing any other configuration. So if you, let's just go through it again. What I did, I created a resource so that I can fetch the picklist value names from the stage field of opportunity. And then on this screen, what I did, I created a picklist, and on that picklist, rather than feeding the values manually over here, I am using that resource that I created, right? This is the resource that I created. That is what I'm using here. Now I'll just click on done. Okay. Now I have, when actually the flow starts, it should show me the first screen where the user will be providing opportunity name and close date. And then it should actually navigate to the second screen wherein he would be he should be providing the value to the stage, because I have kept all the 3 fields on both the screens as required. So once he fills the stage on screen 2, I want to create the opportunity record, right? So for that, I would be using this. Okay, so here, let's just give it a name as create opportunity record. Okay, and this is the API name, and how many records to create. 1, use set of record fields. This is what I want to use because I have used my own resources and stuff, right? So here, opportunity object. And then again, now here you need to basically map each and every field that you have, variable that you have created here to the object level. Okay. So here for opportunity name, right? So name should be actually mapped with opportunity name. This is the value that I have created on the screen 1, right? So this is what I will be mapping it to. Then I have created close. So let's just find the close date on opportunity object, and the field that I have created, I have given it as close underscore date, right? So close date on the screen components. See, these are coming under screen components. So close date. Then on screen two, what I have created stage name, right? So first let me find it on the object stage name. And the one I have created is stage underscore name. So it should come under screen. So again, here, if you see, we are getting two things, picklist choice sets and screen components. But I need to select the one which is there on the screen component, right? Because that is where the user would be providing the value in order to create the record. So screen component. And that's it. And let me click on done. Now we have everything in place. All we have to do is we have to connect these dots. Okay. So the moment flow starts, it will show you the first screen wherein the user has to provide opportunity name and close date. Once he provides that, he will be landed to screen two, wherein he has to provide the stage name. And once he provides the stage name and clicks on confirm, the opportunity record will be created. Okay. So this is the whole process of simply creating a record. Let me click on save, and here creation flow. Okay. And in advance, what do we have? I'm not going to change anything over here right now. I don't need it. So let me just save it. So another thing that I'm right now, I'm not using this flow on, like, I'm not going to embed this particular flow on any of the lightning pages or record pages. So what I would be doing is I'm going to debug this particular flow, and just by via debug, we'll try to figure out if the opportunity is getting created or not. Okay. So let me just click on so that is the reason that I'm not activating this flow right now. Okay. When I would be using this on actually any of the components, pages or record pages, then I would be actually activating this flow. Right now I'm not, so I'm just only going to debug this. Okay. Okay. So this is the first screen, right? So I need to provide opportunity name, close date. So let's just give opportunity test, and I will just tag it with flow so that I'll be able to identify. Let me provide a close date. And then if I click on next, then I should be presented with a second screen where I have to provide the stage. So this is the stage. Okay, let me give it as prospecting. Then if I click on next, my opportunity record should be created. Okay. So here, if you see the debug details, okay. So let's just start this screen one. Okay. Here, opportunity name was provided as opportunity test flow. Then I provided the close date as this one. Okay. So then the navigation happened to the second screen, transaction committed. Okay. Then the second screen, I provided the stage name. Okay. Stage name as prospecting, and then create record. This was the last element of my flow, right? Where I was where I have dragged the create record component. Okay. So here it says create opportunity record with close date this, name this, and stage name this. And if you see the result, a record was actually created, and here you can see the record ID. So I'll copy the record ID, but we can simply go on opportunity and see if there is an opportunity created with this name, op test hyphen flow. Okay. So see, this is the record that I created. And also, if you're not able to find that this way, I had copied the ID, right? I will simply, it's gonna navigate me to the same page, but we had the record ID. So this is the opportunity that got created. If I actually go, you can see the stage is prospecting. So we have the stage, we have the stage, close date, and opportunity name. And this is something which automatically gets populated based on the stage. So these were the three values that we had provided. All right. But this was like one of the simplest examples of flow wherein you can see the debugging looks a little bit simpler. But as you actually move ahead with flows and you're scenarios become complex, this also gets a little complex. Okay, so this was all about how you can actually create a basic screen flow and how you can debug it. In the next session, we'll see how you can embed your screen flow into your one of the pages, and you can see that, like, from the UI, how it's actually going to work. All right. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next session. Bye-bye.